Listen, I can't contain myself anymore. If you're not going to talk about the Yankees, I'm going to talk about the goddamn Mets right now. Okay, I'm seeing them on the TV right now. Listen, I'm starting. I'm going all in on these guys. Now, listen, I'm all right. You know what though? I wasn't at first. I wasn't all right with them selling the bag, as my son puts it. I wasn't all right with it at first, but I'm seeing what they're doing. And you know what, though? In the long run, it's going to be okay. But why didn't you tell me at the beginning of the season that this was going to transpire? Because every single year as Mets fans, we get involved. We're like, we got Verlander, we got Scherzer, Lindor is healthy. Pete's going to hit 60 home runs this year. McNeil coming off a batting title. Nimmo, what is he doing? $125 million contract. I told you about a Nimmo $100 million contract. What happened to this Mets team this year that didn't happen last year? You know what's funny too, Eric? We could ask the same question about the San Diego Padres as well, because they're in the same shoes as the Mets were. They were fighting for a wild card last year. I went to the game. I saw it for my own eyes. The Mets and the Padres were in a wild card baseball game at Citi Field. I saw it. I don't know what happened to them either, but I don't care about the Padres. I care about the Mets. Am I happy that Verlander and Scherzer are gone? Now I am, yes. But I wasn't at first. It started with Scherzer. Okay, Scherzer started getting under my skin. I don't know what's going on with him. Then I hear he asking for a trade. You know what? Go. So now the only thing I guess I'm really maybe angry at is the fact that how fast it went downhill. And I'm glad for the one thing that I am glad about is that they didn't go crazy. And I know this is going to sound nuts because of where they are now is they didn't go crazy and get rid of all those really young, good players and go for Shohei Ohtani, who I do think that they're probably going to sign next year. Because if you from a baseball perspective, if you look at this Mets roster now as they're put out there right now, in 2 years, this Mets team is going to be phenomenal. But there's a big but there. That puts Lindor 2 years older. That puts Pete 2 years older. That hopefully puts McNeil on the Pirates or something. That help. You know what I mean? Like it's because, like I said, McNeil's a one-trick pony. If McNeil's not batting .320, he's not doing anything. He's not hitting big home runs. He's not laying down big bunts. At least Nimmo will give you a big bunt every once in a while, or at least Nimmo will do something that'll make you go, all right, yeah, maybe he is worth it. But what the hell happened this year to McNeil? I don't know. Maybe it's the bat. Maybe he needs to go back to wearing you use a traditional bat instead of that piece of lumber that he uses that his father's buddy made for him. I don't know what's going on with McNeil this year, and I told you guys, and one of the bright spots is, and he's coming, I know I haven't watched in a week, but Lindor played good baseball this year. He missed one game because I think the fact that, he had a baby and he didn't leave. The Buck made him sit anyway. But I don't understand what happened to this Mets team. Lindor played good. He played as good as I thought he could play this year. And I said everybody killed Lindor, but there were times there where Lindor made some big plays. Lindor had some big hits. Everybody was killing him right before the All-Star break. And right before the All-Star break into now, he's been playing pretty good. He's been playing good plays. He's one of those players that, excuse me, he's one of those players that when he makes a bad play, it's like, holy shit, you made a bad play. Because he's so used to seeing him make good plays. There's a lot of players out there that they make a good play, like, wow, that's a fantastic play. Lindor makes fantastic plays all the time that we point out his mistakes all the time. So Pete Alonso, I don't know. I'm not going to kill Pete because I love Pete. I mean, maybe he'll hit 40 home runs. I don't know because he's been hitting a couple, but I don't know. And I do know that I hate to say it because as a Jet fan and as a Met fan, I'm so just entirely beaten up and tired of saying wait till next year. You know why? Because I thought that this was going to be next year because I watched it with my own eyes. I watched them win at least one game in Citi Field against the Padres last year. So they were in the playoffs. So they went from heroes to zeros. I don't know. Is it the front office? Is it Steve Cohen? What are we doing? Is it Buck? Maybe it is Buck. I'm a Buck sympathizer too. I don't know. But all I know is baseball season's over, right? I haven't seen a baseball game on my TV in like 6 days. Baseball season's over? Yes, it's over. Francisco Alvarez, next Mike Piazza, better than Mike Piazza. That's right. I said it first, and I know a lot of Met fans are going, oh! Yes, 5 years from now, we're going to be saying Francisco Alvarez is going to be the best catcher, possibly an MVP catcher in 5 years. You heard it here first, and Mike Piazza, who? It's going to be number 4 for the New York Mets. The entire Major League is going to be talking about, as well as that's it, because a lot of these